So I reinstalled WoW. I did. I reinstalled WoW, and I'm not I'm not I'm not too upset about it, honestly. I'm not too upset about it. Because I feel like WoW does something different. And I get it. It's a very old game. But here's the thing, and let me throw this out there before I get kicked on, because I know people will be like, "Oh my god, you installed WoW again?" Okay. I never wanted to leave WoW totally, okay? I left WoW for a little while. I didn't agree with how the company's direction was going. I think that the company's starting to make some different strides in it. I think that the company's starting to make some different moves. They're still not a great company, but I also, someone made a really good point. There's still a lot of, someone made a really good point. You're still going to support the developers behind the game and the people that, like, matter, the people that actually matter there, and the things that they're doing for the game. So I tried it. I really did. I tried. If you think about all the things I did, I tried Final Fantasy 14. It's a good game. I think that the beginning just loses a lot of people because it's so long. It takes so long to get into the part of the game that is really good. Like if you literally think about it, Final Fantasy 14, 30 plus hours to get into, 30, maybe even longer, actually, maybe even longer, sometime like that, to get into the part of the game where it's really good. And everyone's like, oh, just the first 30, 40, 50 hours, sometimes even more, is just a tutorial. And I'm like, what? A tutorial? So I went through it. I got to the part that was really good, and yeah, it was really good. The thing about it is, I feel like the raids don't do it for me. I feel like the raids don't have the aspects that I'm looking for. Not to say that they didn't do raids well. It just, like, I don't know. There's a feeling. There's a feeling. I played Lost Ark. And that's how WoW is, though, as well. So is Lost Ark. WoW is more you get into it, probably within the first couple hours, and start to realize what your character can do. There's a little bit of a difference. The feeling, the aspects, everything like that. At least to me. And this, of course, this is going to be my opinion. A lot of people are going to be like, WoW is not what, WoW's not what it is, and stuff like this. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. This is just mine. So Lost Ark was really good. I just hated how they did in-game. Endgame kind of like ruined the game for me. Endgame ruined Lost Ark for me. The idea that you had this huge problem at the end. This huge problem with progressing your character. You had so much stuff, because I was looking forward to now when they had the big hammer guy out. Right now, when they had that gigantic hammer and that guy that's just gonna do all this damage, I was looking forward to now, with WoW, or sorry, with Lost Ark, and I just couldn't get there because I feel like the game didn't want you to progress endgame without obviously putting a ton of money in it. And I get it; they have to make money, and I understand that completely, but I feel like they were asking way too much progression, or way too much money for very little progression. Put it that way. Like, I see how much I've watched Shroud. I've watched I've watched a few other streamers play the game towards the end, and they put in a lot of money. They put in a lot of money, but I'm here now instead. I just got here. See, and that's how I felt about Final Fantasy 14 too. Like, it had so much going on for it, and then when you finally got to the good part, you're like, you're wore out. You're basically wore out. You're like, oh my god, I'm finally here, but I'm like burnt out. And that's what I did with Final Fantasy 14 is I probably burnt myself out. Now, while launch of the Cataclysm redesign, yeah, WoW got better, but pre-Cataclysm was so slow to get anything done. Yeah, WoW before Cataclysm used to be even slower, man. Like, I feel for the people. So So I think with WoW doing what was one of my biggest gripes, choosing between Horde and Alliance, like having the ability to actually play with your friends. If you want to be a Dark Iron Dwarf and your friend wants to be a Orc, the idea that they finally added the ability where you guys can now play together, I'm so happy about that. You guys can actually do stuff together now. You guys can be friends and be you and be, your character. I like that. So I tried Final Fantasy, and again, obviously saw that, did all that, just didn't do it. Just didn't finish up with it. You know what I mean? So then I moved on to, obviously I tried because I was looking for an MMO that I really wanted to like be a part of. I moved on to Elder Scrolls, and Elder Scrolls is fantastic. Elder Scrolls is very good. Honestly, it's very good. It just didn't grip me like Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft. It didn't grip me like I wanted it to. And maybe I didn't give it as long as I should have. Maybe, the 12 hours that I put into it wasn't long enough. Maybe I will go back and try it again and see if I really do like it. But the dungeons felt a little dry to me. So the rest of the MMOs I played thus far not felt rewarding or worth doing. Yeah, see, like, I felt like the dungeons just didn't, yeah, it didn't fit. But the thing is, they built the game. What I really got to give the commendation, it was some of the best storytelling I ever saw. Because they built the game to be like a solo game. They built the game where you can play it solo and still get a really good story. And the side stories were some of the best stories I've ever seen. The side stories were amazing. Like, amazing. Some of the side stories, you were like, wow. Yeah, like, you would get through the story and you'd be like, holy crap. I tried Lord of the Rings Online. I actually did. I tried it. Outdated as hell. I love the music system. I love the aspect system of it. I do. I think it's a niche that you're gonna like. If you like that niche, you're gonna like that game. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I did not play it for much long. I did not like it. I think it's incredibly outdated. So it wasn't my thing. The what was it? And then where was I? Oh, God, Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online was just amazing storytelling. I think it had a lot of really, really good things. The cash shop was incredibly prevalent in Elder Scrolls. So something I like about games. I like the idea that you can go and collect mounts. I'm a collector. I like mounts. I like pets. I like transmogging. I like all that stuff. I like that stuff. That's just part in my blood. It's so much fun. It's fun. It's like enjoyable to me. Like, to be able to go back and try to collect things is actually enjoyable to me. And I know it's weird. I know it's a very weird trait to have, but like the idea that I can go back and get these rare mounts and go and check out old stages and feel like I actually have power. Like, so I can go back to the Miss the Pandaria section with WoW, and I can go back in there and I can enjoy the content, but I can also know that I have already outpowered this area, so I'm not going to have to worry about anything. I'm going to be able to go through and show that I have a very strong character and that I'm here to collect. You know what I mean? So Elder Scrolls, still very, very good. Highly recommend if you're into like a really heavy story game. Very, very good. And then Guild Wars 2. I played Guild Wars 2. So Guild Wars 2 is probably next to WoW in the game I'd be playing. Like, literally, WoW and Guild Wars 2 is very close to each other, and I will probably continue to play Guild Wars 2 to this day. I will continue to play Guild Wars 2, still continue to play it and be a part of it. It's really, honestly, an amazing game. If you guys haven't got it, it's completely free up to the newest expansion. No ad, no hashtag ad. It really is good. And I'll probably dabble in the Elder Scrolls game too, because it was that good. But yeah, Guild Wars 2 is just amazing. But I keep finding myself going back to WoW. And there's something about it. There's something that it's just in my blood. I feel it's just something that I can't stop playing WoW because I love WoW. I love what WoW does. I love how WoW feels. I love the aspects of WoW. I like the things that they do. I like the quality of life. I like the things that just WoW is. And it's just funny. It's just funny to feel that way because I'm just thinking to myself like I really wanted to find I blooded myself a WoW. Dude, I love I love WoW. I know it's like a confession video. This is like an AA meeting. Hi, I'm Hal, and I can't stop. I can't get away from WoW. No, I can't get away from WoW. I can't. No, I really do think that WoW just does something really good for me. Plus, I have a lot of friends that do play WoW. That I get a chance to be able to go back and spend time with, and I love that. I like the raids. I think the raiding in WoW is the best thing ever. I really think that. I really feel like they're the best raids of all the MMOs out there. So yeah, did I try D&D Online? I actually have tried D&D Online. Not my cup of tea. I've tried D&D Online. Old school RuneScape was really good up to a point. And then I don't know. I just didn't like it. Blessed Unleash I tried. I've tried Blessed Unleash. I'm gonna say this right now, and I mean this completely respectfully. Blessed Unleash is trash. I feel like Blessed Unleash is trash. I don't like it. I was bored. I like the way I feel with old school RuneScape. The progression on each skill feels different and rewarding itself, and you couldn't go. I will tell you, the one thing that beats WoW, ready? The one game that beats WoW and King, this is something you might consider. Ultima Online. Ultima Online is by far my if I had to choose one MMO to play the rest of my life, Ultima Online would actually beat WoW. There's a server out there right now called Ultima Online Outlands, and I'm terrified. I'm probably not going to jump into it because I'm terrified to see what happens. While Ultima Online is the ultimate build your skills, be a part of a community, gain a house, decorate your house, build your own house, stuff like that. Like Ultima Online really kind of was one of those games that I probably could have played the rest of my life. If that was the only game I played for the rest of my life, and as long as it had people in it, I don't know if I'd ever want another game. That's how good it is. I would hope that they would continue to bring out updates and stuff like that. But honestly, Blessed Online, no, Ultima Online is literally Ultima Online Outlands looks so good, and Ultima Online in general is just so good. Wildstar is why I missed deep. Wildstar was phenomenal. Wildstar was really good, and I really hate that that aspect never caught on. Wildstar did not do as well as it should have, and it really should have done well. It really should. It was basically Space WoW. But didn't Wildstar come around the same time that Wildstar come around the same time that the Wrath of the Lich King came around? If that's true, then you know why. You know why it didn't work out. Like, I hate to say it, but Wrath of the Lich King was literally the best expansion ever. I'm not gonna play Classic WoW. I'm not gonna play Classic WoW with the new stuff that's coming out for it, with the new Wrath of the Lich King, because I've played it, I've beat it. I understand why people are going to go play it, and I understand you want to go get that feeling, or maybe you want that feeling back. But in my mind, I beat that. I beat every raid. I played every raid. I played every dungeon. I got everything I possibly could out of it. Out of that expansion. I put a life into that expansion. When I should have probably been studying or doing other things or being out with friends. My friends and I were instead inside playing this game, or bringing laptops over to other friends, which is really, honestly, was really cool. Bringing your laptop over to other friends' houses and having raids on their awesome internet was actually like some of the best times. Having like a little LAN party, I guess you want to call it, was actually really fun. Um, so yeah, so that's my rant. Um, play play the MMO. I'm a MMO holic. I know that I love MMOs. I love MMOs. I love all that stuff. Play the game that makes you happy. Don't listen to other people. If you love, absolutely love Final Fantasy, if you love old school RuneScape, if you love any of that, enjoy it. As long as there's people inside the game for you to enjoy and you can make friends with it, just play it. I'm a WoWholic. I'm going to always be a WoWholic, I'm pretty sure. And it's stupid not to accept that. It's stupid not to like be like, you know, I have a really amazing fiance that doesn't let me. That sound really, oh my god, I almost said lets me play. No, I have a beautiful fiance that will support me in playing WoW and enjoy it and won't make fun of me or anything. I'm gonna tease me here and there, but knows that I have something that I absolutely love, and I love that because I have exes that used to make me feel bad about playing WoW. It used to make me feel horrible for playing WoW, or wanted to get on and raid with friends. Used to make me feel like I was a bottom feeder for playing WoW, and it was such an emotional damage issue. So I'm glad that things are starting to turn around. You know, because I played WoW since I was like middle of high school. So, do I want to hop into an ARAM or two? I don't know about an ARAM, sir. Do you want to?